Good day. Today I will be discussing core modal auxiliaries. Modal auxiliaries are important parts of English grammar because they help speakers express different meanings, such as ability, possibility, permission, obligation, advice, and prediction. To introduce the topic, here is a short poem. Modal words help us say what may happen every day. Can and could show what we do, must and should guide actions too. Will and might help us see future choices and possibility. This shows that modal auxiliaries help us communicate ideas beyond simple actions. What are modal auxiliaries? Modal auxiliaries are helping verbs that work with main verbs. They show the speaker's attitude toward an action or situation. They help us express meanings such as ability, permission, possibility, necessity, advice, willingness, and prediction. Four English modal auxiliaries. The main English modal auxiliaries are can, could, may, might, must, shall, should, will, would. These verbs are usually followed by the base form of the main verb. For example, she can speak English. They should study. The modal changes the meaning of the sentence while the main verb remains the same. Features of modal auxiliaries. Modal auxiliaries have several special features. First, they are helping verbs. Second, they do not change form according to the subject. For example, we say, I can, or she can, or they can. Third, they are followed by the base form of the verb can speak and should study. They do not take endings such as s, ing, or ed. Finally, questions and negatives are formed without using do, does, or did. For example, we say, can you swim? She cannot swim. Meanings, functions, and examples. Modal auxiliaries can express different meanings depending on the context in which they are used. Ability shows that someone is able to do something. Example, she can swim. Permission shows approval to do something. Example, may I leave? Possibility shows that something may happen. Example, it might rain. Necessity/obligation shows that something is required. Example, you must study. Advice gives a recommendation. Example, you should rest. Prediction shows what is expected to happen in the future. Example, it will rain tomorrow. These examples show that changing the modal changes the meaning of the sentence. The main verb can remain the same, but changing the modal changes the meaning. For example, she can speak English. English shows ability. She must speak English shows necessity or obligation. She might speak English shows possibility. Although the main verb speak remains the same, the modal changes the meaning. According to Huddleston and Pullum, 2002, modal auxiliaries express meanings related to possibility, necessity, and the speaker's commitment to what is being said. This means that modal verbs help speakers show how certain, necessary, or possible they believe something is. In conclusion, modal auxiliaries are important helping verbs in English. They allow speakers to express different meanings, including ability, permission, possibility, obligation, advice, and prediction. Although modal verbs have a simple structure, they play an important role in effective communication. Small words, yet they have great meaning. Though small in size, their purpose is great. They show our choices, hope, and faith. With possibility, advice, and care, modal auxiliaries are everywhere. They shape our language clear and true and help us express what we mean to do. As this poem reminds us, modal auxiliaries may be small words, but yet they have powerful influence on how we communicate meaning.